Hello, my name is Pablo Cabanellas, Tenor Professor of the University of Vigo, and today we will have the first lesson of the module Creativity, Adaptability and Leadership. Well, we are living in an era of change with a high level of change in many of the areas where we're living in, especially in our daily life, but also in our professional life. And we should be prepared. And I want you to reflect about the predisposition we have to change as the changes and as the time are changing. And this is an example of what we need. This is a chameleon, and the chameleon has a high level of adaptability to the environment. And we should adopt these ideas as the time is very dynamic, and we should be prepared for that. Because we are living in an era of, name it as VUCA. It means volatile, uncertain, complex, and with a high level of ambiguity. And it means that what was established in the past can change, and we should be able to adapt to these new circumstances. It is very important, and I want you to reflect on that, because if we are not able to change, we will have problems to face the very near future. Because the arrow of time is inexorable. In the past, we made things in some very specific direction, but now it can change, and this is an example, as you can see in the figure, where the time with its evolution changed the board where we are playing, especially in the competitive, but also in our personal life. And sometimes this change is like this road. This is a kind of disruptive change. And we should be prepared to jump from one road to the other and to adapt the new circumstances that many companies are living in. And this is extremely important. And I would like to ask you, are you prepared for this change? So reflect on that, because we have here the equation of change, that it is a development that we have prepared in our research group based in Glaser, Beckhart, and Harris, that tries to explain that we have a resistance to change, and this resistance to change can be fighted through a high level of dissatisfaction with your situation, vision, and first step. What does it mean? That if we are satisfied with our situation, we are not going to change. Also, if we don't know where to go, we are not to change. And if we do nothing, we are not going to change. So we should cultivate that and take it into account, that if we want to change, our organization want to be changed, and if we want to motivate our people to change, we should let them know if are you satisfied with your situation. So this should be a collective reflection. The second, have you planned the next steps, or especially the near future you want to develop? And later, are you making any activity to change? And these are very important, because in this course we are going to speak about entrepreneurship, our creativity, but if we are satisfied with our situation, it will not motivate us to evolve. And this is something you should reflect. And this doesn't depend only on us. It depends also of our environment. And if we take into account the absorptive capacity, there is a a cap of a company. It's a way to measure the learning capacity, especially for organizations. Part of this evolution or this disposition to change will depend on external sources. So the detection, selection, and obtention and assimilation of knowledge from others is very relevant, particularly in detection and selection and obtention. What are doing the better or the best in our field in these issues? What is the knowledge that is being developed? This should be adopted, and here is known as external, and name it in literature as potential absorptive capacity. And later, we should be able to apply it internally. How? Through assimilation processes, but mainly through exploitation, that is, to take the idea and to transform it in a product or a service and commercialize it. So we should keep all these steps in mind, and that this will not depend only on us, but also we can rely on others' knowledge. And for this progress, we would like to combine the ACAP in the graphic in the downside, and also the disposition to change. And if we don't have this learning capacity and we don't want to change, we will be in a swamp. And if we are in a swamp, it is difficult to leave the swamp. But unless we should reach a professionalization of our organization, of our activities, given the case, the renovation, and sometimes, if we are living disruptive times, the reinvention. And among this renovation and this reinvention is where the performance of innovation will reach to a high level and will have the potential to change and to adapt to the market needs our customers are facing. So, to finish with this first lesson, what does it mean? What we had said, that it is necessary to be creative, flexible, and a good leader. We will reflect on that later. But for this, we should accept the continuous change, and also, given the case in some moments, we should accept the metamorphosis, that is, the reinvention. Thank you very much.